Whoa! Okay, dump the mag. Well, I'm DrFlux, and today we have a very exciting product to look at. This is the dual stage select fire woozy from Frontline Foam. In today's video, we're gonna basically go over the features and kind of talk about what's inside this powerhouse and get some chronograph readings, and then also, just kind of plink around and show you how devastating a select fire woozy can really be. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So one of the most amazing things about some of these modern select fire Nerf blasters is they pretty much have an onboard computer. This one in particular, I believe there's an Arduino in here, but you can kind of just envision like an Arduino type of technology. The reason why I believe it's an Arduino is because this thing, basically an Arduinos can receive power directly from like a LiPo, whereas if it's a standard Arduino, which is, that little microcontroller, you have to basically add another board in there to basically take the power from the LiPo and then power the board. So when you start doing that, it gets bigger and more complex. And from looking at this build, I can tell it's very compact and there's not a lot of space in there. So now as far as the actual wheels, I know it's dual stage. I'm not sure on all the crush and all that stuff. So this build is powered off of a Turnigy Nanotech 1.3. This is a 3S LiPo 1300 milliamp hours with a discharge of 90, which that's really good. So pretty spicy little 3S LiPo, fits in here perfectly. Just kind of slide all that in there like that. And then you got this little compartment door. It closes up. And you actually have a little thumb hole screw. So I just want to show that off because this is a very compact design. I really like how once you got that all put together, just really has a really good tight compact look. Now before we take this outside, I wanted to demonstrate its select fire. The select fire switch is right here, which is an easy access. I really enjoy that. And then right here is your actual mag release, which that's great. I love the accessibility of this blaster, like just basically where everything is. So the first mode I have set up right here is single fire. So let's check that out. Just want to note that is a very, very tight, responsive fire. So there is no rev, so keep that in mind. It's a dual stage. So yeah, being able to really quickly snap up one shot here and there is really nice. Let's look at the 3-round burst. That is the middle position. It's right there. And that makes really quick work of that mag. Of course, nothing is as fast as the full auto. Yeah, so with that select fire feature, you could tell that this thing is just a beast. Basically, the full auto is like, you got a big horde of zombies coming at you, and you can just blah and just take out an entire line, because you can see from that fire rate, you instantly unload that single mag. Me personally, I'm a big fan of the select fire. I think that's pretty much how I'm going to run this thing. And speaking of which, of what purpose this thing would fit for my gear loadout, I wouldn't really call this a primary or secondary. This is kind of like just like that third option. Something I would just keep like hanging under my arm, just in my gear, utilizing this little guy right here. It's kind of like almost last ditch. It's just like, oh, bonk, 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 just basically have something that you can just like deliver, like just like a, oh crap, like last minute 3-round burst, just boom, 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 that's the purpose of this. And I think it would complement, you know, like a good, you know, maybe a good like Springer, like maybe I have something like a Lynx or something. And then on your leg holster, maybe have something that can deliver mega, and then have this that you're, you know, hanging on your side. I think that's like a pretty cool loadout. So I took this outside. Let me display some chronograph numbers here. Basically, very spicy. This is a dual stage, keep that in mind. And I think you could actually add a little higher crush on the final stage and get higher numbers, but for this build from Frontline Foam, I didn't really ask, they didn't ask me like what kind of crush or anything, so I think this is kind of their standard build. So these numbers you see here are probably going to be a standard woozy build from Frontline Foam. Also, I'm not 100% sure on what type of wheels are in here or the motors. I think there's like Fangs or Krakens or something high RPM for that final stage. I'll ask Frontline Foam and see if they can provide maybe some information in the comment section. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I mean, that's what we got right now as far as FPS. And then also I had a friend over and I was like, you know, this is a friend that's not really huge into Nerf. And I'm like, hey, check this out. And he basically was able to fire this. And you can hear his first reaction was just like, whoa, you know, because that's the beauty of this type of stuff. If you have people that know nothing about the Nerf hobby, if you hand this to someone and say, here, try this, like usually they're like, are you kidding me? I had no idea Nerf was like this. So that's why I love this type of stuff. Well, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank Frontline Foam for sending in this Woozie. Super cool, awesome blaster. If you'd like to pick up one of these, link will be in the description. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I notice a lot of people are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, make sure you do so. And I've noticed like you gotta click that little bell, because I have some of my favorite creators that, you know, they'll make a video and I totally miss them because I didn't click the bell. So you gotta go hit that bell and you gotta make sure that it's notifying you for all the content they submit, because if you don't, you probably will miss videos. As always, I wanna thank you for watching today's video and happy foam flinging. Jeez.